It's the last hurrah before the big day. Stories run wild in the craziest way. From Vegas nights to the beach town vibes. From Afton or party, you're in for a ride.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drunken Suits. I'm your host, Bobby Carlson.
And I am Will Kroboth. In case you're new here, we are a podcast. We talk about bachelor and bachelorette parties, where to go for them, how to plan them, get some crazy stories from you guys. So if you have any stories, let us know. But today, we are talking about San Diego, California.
Let's go. We just went from tropical to another beach, but now it's not so tropical, but it's still a little bit of chaos.
For sure. So, city population, get the boring stuff out of the way first here. About 1.4 million people in the city, and then around 3.3 in the surrounding metro area. So this is a huge place. It is actually, number 8 biggest city in the U.S. and second biggest in California.
That's huge, man. That's a quite an accomplishment. With that size, I think this is something you'll probably cover a little bit here, but it's a very spread out city. So very spread out between each other. So to host that 1.4 mil, it's very spread out. And you do have your skyscrapers, don't get me wrong, but it's a very spread out city to host that big of a number.
Yeah, so this is a good point. We can talk about the quick breakdown of the key areas within the city. So we could pop up a map here, but some of the major ones we talk about, Gaslamp Quarter. This is kind of your main downtown area, your 16 blocks of bars and clubs. Kind of touristy, but I feel like almost necessary. Then you got Pacific Beach, or PB. That's kind of more the young area, 23-year-old, cheap pitchers of beer, board shorts, chaos, that kind of thing. Little Italy, also downtown, a lot more classy, really good food, high-end cocktails, that kind of thing. North Park, hipsters, breweries, dive bars. And then La Jolla is the last one here I'll mention. This is really expensive. This is like where the millionaires, billionaires live. Maybe get a brunch here, but before it gets too expensive, you might want to get out. But of course, there's plenty other cities as well. This is, like we said, very massive, but those are kind of the main highlights I wanted to bring up.
Absolutely. I think where your bachelor and bachelorette party are primarily going to stay is, as you'll hear our breakdown, is going to be between that Gaslamp Quarter, Pacific Beach, PB, and Little Italy. That's just kind of what my gauge was, but excited to break it down more. Before we start getting into the real serious fun parts. Is that a Kona you're drinking?
It is.
Oh, Kona Big Wave. Love that. All right. Shout out Kona Big Waves.
We'll get to that's a little bit of a nod to this episode too. So we'll get there.
I love it. All right. Well, then let's knock this out. You got 70 miles of beaches on this city. You get 32.5 million visitors a year. Overall safety, this is a very safe city. You do have your petty theft and car breaking into here and there. It is a large city. It's going to be happening, but they're well below the national average for crime. So I think that's a huge plus to the city.
For sure. Median age about 35. I would say it's kind of like a very chill big city, a little bit different than some other aspects, with a lot of military, but also like biotech, and then surfers all kind of mixed together. Cost of living is kind of high. It says 46% higher than our national average, but I think that's more reflective of just the state of California than it is anything specific to San Diego.
But I mean, that's a lot. That's crazy.
It is. But with that being said, our Drunken Suits cost of a beer, about $8 to $11 for a craft IPA. I didn't even look up domestics because this city, you can't buy the Bud Light here. You gotta buy a craft beer. It is the craft capital of of the U.S. So
Craft
I know
capital
it's
of the
not
U.S. Very
it's
impressive.
not from San Diego, but had to do a
Yeah.
little nod to him.
um, yeah, man. And so I think really nice thing about San Diego as well, the weather stays around 65 to 75 year round. That's like
Yep.
ideal. I mean, I don't know what you set your bedroom at, but mine is staying at 69, and that falls right between 65 and 75. Why 69?
Nice.
Duh. Like, you know,
There's only one
duh.
answer for that one. Yeah. If you know, you know.
They know.
I'm sure if they're listening to this podcast, they know. Um,
Yeah.
I will say, right, they do have, we talked about this in San Francisco, the June gloom. They have a little bit of that in the May, June timeframe, but I don't think it's nearly as bad. So, yeah, you really can't go wrong weather-wise. All year round seems pretty good from the weather standpoint.
Yeah, and so I mean, where we are on the map, and I'll throw it up again, you're very much bordering to Mexico. Um, so I always think it could be anywhere in Mexico. I'm just thinking it's like palm trees and hot, you know. But we're right next to like that Tijuana border there as well. So I don't know. You think of Tijuana, I feel like that's just desert. So it's just that's just what's in my head there. So if it kind of gives you a little breakdown of what this is, you got your beach and you got some beautiful weather for it. Not to go backwards on, you're talking about like the cost and everything. I found in mine that this is one of the least affordable cities in the U.S.
Okay.
So it is a little hint at or towards San Diego more than just California. San Diego is one of the least affordable cities in the U.S.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't really surprise me given the
Yeah.
industries that are around there. But, take some, you win some, you lose some. Uh, one other, more logistical thing, right? I just want to talk quick about transportation. Uh,
Yeah.
Airport San Diego International is pretty much right downtown, so that does help with some of the convenience. As you alluded to before, though, it is very spread out, so very car heavy. Probably going to be Ubering. Parking's kind of a little bit of a nightmare, similar to last episode. If you haven't checked out Honolulu, go check that one out, and then come back and watch this one. But maybe not a rental car, but I think you're going to be Ubering a lot.
Yeah, and I'm going to go backwards again. I feel bad, but
That's all right.
you brought up a big military presence, and I saw this. I didn't realize like how big of a military presence there is in San Diego. That was kind of a big shocker to me, and I didn't want to brush over that or forget about that. But I mean, you've got everything: Navy, Marines, Army, everything. It's just this big port to go to the east, and it's right. It's like the biggest port to go out. So and yeah, it just kind of surprised me. So you got a big military presence, which one, you kind of think safety, and two, then I don't know. Hey, bachelorette parties, you got some hunks walking around.
I think too, if you've ever seen those, like the SEAL videos where they're in, I think is it Buds when they're under in the surf getting like drowned, they just have to
Oh
stay
yeah,
there and
yeah.
carry the boats. I'm pretty sure that's in San Diego too, where they do the Navy SEAL training. So,
Oh, okay.
um, kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, from what I hear, it's not uncommon to see F-35s flying by on a relatively routine basis. So maybe something a little unique about it in that aspect.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, I think it's time to get into some daytime stuff. What do you think?
Let's hit it. Yeah, I think daytime there's quite a bit of activities here.
Well,
I'll let you start it off here.
word, I was gonna say before we kind of even get into it, I was gonna ask you, do you think you would want to bring a bachelor party personal to, like, based off all your research before we even break it down? Do you think you would like going there on your bachelor party?
Me personally or me objectively?
You personally, like, this is your bachelor
Yeah,
party, you're planning it for yourself. Would you like this stuff?
I think I would. I think I would have a good time. I mean, um, the craft beer scene is really kind of interesting, pretty unique. I think that would be a fun opportunity. Definitely a big daytime activity. Um, Potentially rolling into the night. I mean, so many different breweries brewery tours, that kind of stuff. It is the capital of craft, right? From when it comes to the beer scene. 150 independent breweries, and it's a $1 billion plus economy. So they know what they're doing. They're known for their West Coast IPAs, their double IPAs, which are just a little bit more aggressive, I guess, on the front side, and a lot higher alcohol content. So it'll get the job done there for you.
Those dippas, man, the dippas, they do it to you. I
Yeah,
love a
you
good
only need
dippa.
2 or 3, and you're quite good to go.
7 or 8, yeah, I'm on the same wavelength. All right, man. Well, I want to try to do something a little bit different here for the daytime activities. So I'm going to list out my tier one top 5 activities to do in San Diego, and I want you to rank them. And then I have a set of tier 2 ones, and I want you to rank those, okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. I just realized that you asked if I'd like this, and the only thing I said was breweries, so I'm just gonna have to wear that one on the chin.
Yeah, this guy loves to drink. Yeah. Hey, guess what this little guy wants to do on his bachelor party? Drink.
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad
but
idea.
all right, yeah, I like the idea. I like it. Let's go for it.
All right, so tier 1 activities. Beach day at Pacific Beach or Mission Beach. A boat day, renting out like a yacht, pontoon, or a party boat. A golf day at like Torrey Pines or one of the 90 plus courses in the region. A brewery hopping day, either I would say probably in North Park, which is like one of the best clusters of breweries there, or a pool party day / like day drinking all day. And based off your brewery thing, I feel like I know where you're going.
I love all of those. Can I take all of them?
Well, I'm saying those are like my tier 1 of San Diego. So
Yeah,
I kind of just
no,
where are you feeling? Maybe it's like the one to go.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the boat day slash I feel like you could do boat slash beach, like rent their little boat and then hit a beach afterwards would be a really great combo. I saw they had like double decker pontoons with slides on them and stuff. I'm like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be really, really cool. Especially for a bachelor party. That's so sick. Golf, legendary golf. Another thing too, you kind of mentioned, but there's like a mix of very challenging, very esteemed courses, but then also very accessible ones. Ranging all the way from like cliffside coastal courses to like more deserted inland ones. So that would be fun. Of course, breweries. I touched on that. Like I think all of those top tier. Agreed.
Those are top tier, so you're not going to rank of the top tier or like anything. If say we were doing it for your bachelor party, where would that be top tier? Or would you rather go, let's rank them for San Diego, like of what your research said, which ones sound like better?
Yeah, no, I think my number one would be the boat day, possibly into
Ooh.
a beach, and then probably a close number 2 would be the brewery tour, brewery scene, and then if we have time, number 3 would be golf.
Okay. I gotta say, I would love to golf there. West Coast golfing, some beautiful. I mean, Torrey Pines. I mean, that's a legendary
Right.
course. So I mean, I put that a little bit higher, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Damn, these are all good.
Yeah.
All right,
Did you mention fishing there? I guess that kind of ties in. If not,
I did it. So I had that. I had that in my. So I have a tier 2 now.
all right,
group.
I'll let you
And I
go.
want
I'm
you to-
stealing all your ideas.
Yeah.
I'll
Sorry.
just shut
So
up here. Drink
my
my
number
beer.
1, fishing charter of tier 2.
Okay.
Number 2, group surf lessons.
Ooh. Okay.
3, you go a little bit. It's like nearby, but you could go ATV and off roading with the group. And number 4, a Tijuana day trip.
Ooh. Okay. So this is tough. I'd like to think the group that I would be with would be responsible enough to make that Tijuana day trip happen. I would be concerned
I'm
about
gonna
a few
say
members' safety.
if it's who I think goes on your bachelor party, we're not. And
Yeah.
there's no shot everybody brings their passports.
There's no shot they bring their passports. There's no shot they don't do something stupid or forget them or lose them while they're in Mexico. And I'm Unfortunately, the friends I have chosen, I don't know if that one's really ideal, but I love them. Wouldn't want it any other way. So in theory, that would be number one. If not,
Okay.
I'm good. I'm gonna go with the deep sea fishing charters. I think those sound really cool. A lot of different unique fish, especially coming. Most of my friends would be from the East Coast. That would be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's very cool. Would
ATVs
you
would be sweet
agree?
too. I
Yeah.
that sounds cool. I didn't even see that one in my research, so that would be fun. That'd be a good time.
And that makes sense. It's not necessarily right in the city or anything. You do have to go out for a little bit to get to that. But I mean, it's not like a crazy thing to do. It's not, or I mean, like crazy trip to put on your list. Would you agree those are tier two compared to my tier ones?
I think so. I think
Okay.
that those are not the things that immediately come to mind when you think of San Diego. So I think those are fair. They're still really solid options, but they aren't the premier.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Dude, the breweries, I mean, dude, 150 plus breweries in this area. It's so cool. And you said it, the craft beer capital, and they have the energy of that craft beer. Like they hold that title well.
They
I think that's
do.
so cool. So cool. Well,
Did you
dude,
have a
that's
tier three?
I did not have a tier three,
Okay.
but I would love to hear anything else you would put. And then would you put it into my tier one category or tier two category?
Yeah, absolutely. I was. I think there's one that immediately is coming to mind, and I think would probably want to be. I would want in tier one. Um, Normally, I wouldn't say this about a sports team, but I think going to Petco Park, Padres would be so cool. It is right downtown, so you have all of these microbreweries and craft breweries that we're talking about selling their stuff in the stadium. There's like a park in the stadium. There's this special building. I'm blanking on the name that you can get like basically a bar that you're in the stadium for. So you go get to see a game and then dump right back out onto the strip where there's more bars. I think this is like the best place if you want to try to do a baseball game. Maybe I think it's ranked as one of the top baseball stadiums from a stadium perspective. So I would
Yeah,
probably put that tier one. I could understand tier two, but that one's got to be up there.
that's a great one. Yeah, I'd even put that nighttime or daytime. I kind of had it all off on its own thing.
Oh,
Like I
okay,
had
sorry.
no, no, no. You're absolutely right. Because I mean, I also have like events and festivals, but I just didn't think like, oh, that's a daytime thing. So no, it's a great one. There's not a huge sports scene in San Diego. There's also surf and like action sports culture, but there's not necessarily anything other than the Padres. So Padres is very cool and just a you know nationally big team.
Yeah, yeah. I think that is one thing that makes a city pretty unique, though, is that everybody seems right. They do have the Padres, but other than that, there's not really any big sports. But everybody's still like super active and kind of sporty, whether that be like hiking or doing a lot of these activities, surfing, whatever. Um, so that's maybe not intuitive based on just what we said.
Padres are black and yellow, right?
Yeah,
Dude, they just it seems like they want to be Pittsburgh Steeler or a Pittsburgh team. Black and yellow and Pittsburgh Padres sounds good.
Pittsburgh Padres. Yeah, I
And
think
just black and
Padres.
yellow, it just fits the whole Pittsburgh color scheme.
True. I feel like their stadium kind of could fit in like downtown Pittsburgh too.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, yeah. I almost the similar cities in that aspect where they're like more overgrown towns than they are really true skyscraper cities that you think of. So I
Sure.
could see it. I could see it. Um, yeah.
I mean, it's just that's just a funny, stupid thing. I just thought of that now. It just seemed like it, a black and yellow team that starts with a P. You would think it would be in Pittsburgh, but yeah,
They're like step siblings because their personalities are so different, but they share a lot in common.
yeah.
That's what I'm gonna
Okay,
say.
I like it. Okay, all right. Well, what else did you have for daytime activities? Anything else in there?
Let's see. I did want to mention too, the San Diego Zoo, and now you're probably thinking zoo, not the craziest activity for bachelor party. Um, sure, it is
Yeah.
probably one of the best zoos I'm hearing in the world, so that's really cool.
Mm.
Plus, I don't know if you've ever been intoxicated at a zoo, but
I think you
it's a
know.
lot more fun than you might think it is.
No, actually, the time that you're thinking, I was actually the DD, so I wasn't intoxicated there, and
I know.
I just watched everybody be intoxicated there, but I still had a great time. Yeah, it was hilarious to watch.
That is one of those accidental moments, but yeah, everybody had actually a phenomenal time. So, and that was just a
Yeah,
pretty average zoo. And imagine going to like one of the greatest zoos in the world and doing that. Not a bad choice. Although I think you have a lot better tier one and tier two options here that you just mentioned.
yeah. I mean, I would never think that for bachelor and bachelorette parties, but you're right. We did have a great time there on just a on a group trip we've done. So I don't know. I'm not putting it away. I'm not putting it away. Let us know, guys, if you and girls, if you guys would go to a zoo on a bachelor trip.
Yeah, let us know. But I do have one for the ladies. Trying
Ooh,
to incorporate their mindset a little bit, maybe. Um, Also, of course, this works for guys too. But not only are they a great craft beer city, but within about an hour, they have a lot of really good wineries, vineyards.
nice.
You have Ramona Valley and Temecula, I think pronounced. Apparently, they're two really highly ranked wineries. So, if beer's not your scene, you got wine too.
I'm gonna put you on sexist on that one because I've been on wine tours and wineries, and it's awesome there. You can get messed up at a winery, dude, or a little wine tour.
Hey, absolutely. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I just think that might be more of a draw for a bachelorette party
Yeah,
than hitting up some craft breweries. I don't know too many females in my life that are diehard beer fans.
yeah, but I want to know more. So let me know if you're out there. Single, by the way, just throwing that out there, you craft beer ladies, or even wineries. Hey, I'll hit some wineries with you. Still single. All right, just wanted to throw that one. Well,
Oh,
dude, we talked about some good drinks and some daytime stuff. I think a really good thing maybe to switch to is food. The food
let's
in
do
San
it.
Diego. So the backbone of San Diego food, Mexican food.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Big time.
And so, like I said, we are on the border of Mexico here, right next to Tijuana. It just seeps into the city, right? So you got your street food, like tacos, burritos, everything Mexican. I mean, you got Mexican restaurants, but you also got like your street trucks, is what I'm trying to say too, which I think is great for your late night eats, your quick dinners, beach time, just going up and grabbing a taco or a burrito for lunch. Perfect for bachelor trips. Don't overplan always. You can just go grab food. Mexican is like one of the best for that, I think.
Yeah, it's probably the most versatile, but also like, what's the word?
Hits.
Sobering. Yeah, hits.
Mm.
That's the best way to put it. Is probably like most versatile that also hits, and anytime, uh, day or night, right, or morning kind of thing. So I had a note here. Anything ending in ertos, specifically Albertos and Robertos, were really good late night spots.
Roberto's, let's go. All right, I'm going to ask you a question. If you could only eat one ethnicity of a food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, that is really tough. I could see like Mexican being a really good option. I might just go Italian because they have such a wide variety of different things. Um, Although a lot of it's really heavy. I'm gonna go with that because mostly because I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But those would be the top two.
Yeah, yep. I think Italian is where I would go, and then maybe next would be like a Mediterranean kind of thing. Just like those fresh. I really like it. I don't know. For the rest of your life, it's tough. An Italian does
Mediterranean, isn't
offer
there a lot of
some.
seafood in that?
I mean, it can be, but it can also be like a lot of like gyro stuff, lamb stuff,
Oh
like
yeah.
tzatziki, good salads, like all that stuff. But yeah, I think there is a lot of fish, but yeah. But Mexican, that's funny when you think about it. It's like it's about the same food, just served differently. So that's always funny.
But I mean, how can you go wrong? You have
It's bad. Yeah,
a
it's not bad.
protein in the great form of meat, and then like a rice and beans or something, and then like vegetables, uh, some sort of carb and a wrap, whatever taco. Yeah,
Great. Yeah.
absolutely. Those are like the staples of a good meal right there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. No, that's funny. But no, so Mexican's big here. Seafood also a very big hit in San Diego. It's not going to just be like a lot of places that just bring in seafood. Seafood, like the fishing and everything, is such a big culture in San Diego that they get really fresh seafood coming in all the time.
Makes sense. I mean, coastal city, big port city. I would love to try it. I know you wouldn't feel the same way, but hey,
No, but I
again,
get
to
it.
each
But
his
yeah,
own.
hey, it's hard to find a seafood place that doesn't have at least one land animal. So I'm usually all right. I'll figure it out.
Figure it out. There's another throwback right there.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
but yeah, man. I mean,
Um,
I think there's a lot of those food places have a variety of timelines that you can go into, right? Like I think there's even some really good brunch spots that also have a really good dinner aspect, that sort of
mm,
stuff. And then we talked about the late night. But what do you need the late night for? You got to have a late night aspect of your bachelor party.
yeah, very true. But before, I just wanted to say this about food too. Um, like the city is not built around like 5-star luxury or anything. It does exist there. You can get steakhouses or some like fine dining, but this isn't like what the city's known for, and it's not like the city like runs on these or like thinks like it's not like a Vegas where it's like every corner you're getting something or bottom of the hotel. It's they exist, but Mexican and seafood. That's really the hey. This is what we should be eating. Good eats.
Yeah, like you can have your kind of one nice dinner that I think we usually recommend that you would do. I don't think
Yeah,
there's gonna be a problem finding that. But then besides that, you're gonna have plenty of options. I wouldn't really stress about, like you're saying. There's so many good food spots in a variety of types.
and with having 150 breweries, brew food is also it. Like it always hits.
It does something about being in a brewery and eating food. It's not like there's another substance that's making it taste better or anything. That couldn't be it.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I just taste better.
It does. Somebody tell us why. I would love to know why.
Yeah. I don't know why, but the peanuts just taste better when I drink with beer. But then I get thirstier. Then I drink more beer. Then I want more peanuts. And it's like the bartenders know, man.
Oh,
Well,
you
speaking
know
of
what?
bartenders, you want to go into some late night stuff?
Let's do it. Let's do it. But you know what? That I don't know why that reminded me. That reminded me of something like Will Ferrell would say. And how did we forget to mention Anchorman? Stay classy,
Anchorman,
San Diego.
so good. Oh, shout out Ron Burgundy. You live
Yep.
in our hearts, man. We don't hate you for what you said on that teleprompter. You and Baxter will live on forever in San Diego.
Oh, so good. So good.
What was
But
it, Veronica? Oh, Veronica something. Whatever.
you got you such a better memory than I do. I would not have been able to tell you that.
Yeah, no, it's not a better memory. It's just I'm addicted to movies and you're out here doing rocket science.
Well, either way, whatever you like, we both like nightlife, and I know a lot of you guys do too. So,
Yes,
what do you
yes,
got
we
on the
do.
nightlife?
This is where it gets real in San Diego, man. We listed some killer daytime stuff, but they've got a great nightlife chaos scene. one thing I want to start off here: dress code matters.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So there's places that will kick you out. Pacific Beach, this is more of your flip flops and chaos. It doesn't matter, but you get to like Gaslamp Quarter, which I think you said this earlier. It's like your main arena, or you said area, or something like that. I wrote down core party zone, Gaslamp.
Oh yeah.
Also, stricter dress codes. So this is like clubs, rooftops. It is walkable all downtown, but this is like your Vegas looking part.
Took the words out of my mouth. I was going to describe it
Yeah.
as Vegas light, right? It's not
Yeah,
Vegas,
man.
but it's very similar in the dress, in kind of what it feels like it wants to be, in some aspects. So, absolutely, Gaslamp is 100% that.
And then, so I said like PB. So this is like a flip flops and a little bit more laid back, but it's also a younger, wilder bars. I've noticed.
Yeah.
You see that too? Like it kind of seems. Now I didn't look up this. Do you know the universities or colleges around? Like, is that why it's younger? I didn't look into it at all.
No, so you're putting me on the spot too. I don't know. San Diego State, I would imagine, is probably there. Um, Other than that, there's nothing else
Guess
that
I
I can
could
think
look up
of.
real cool.
How far away is San Jose?
What
Where are we at here? No, San Jose is way
universities-
north. I mean, Los Angeles isn't that far too, but nothing else I can think of.
San Diego is home to several major universities, numerous private colleges. Uh, USCD, San Diego State University, and University of San Diego. So you got UCSD, SDSU, and USD.
Right. Okay.
Holy shit.
So San Diego's the blue and yellow team. San Diego State's black and red.
Yeah, but just those
Right.
abbreviations sounds like currency, like Well, one is USD, but yeah.
Well, maybe we'll have a two-toned, or sorry, they're always two-toned, but maybe we'll have two different two-tones on our captions on this episode. I don't know if anybody's picked up on that yet, but if you're listening this far into the episode, there's a little bit
Easter
of
eggs.
a little
Yeah.
Easter egg. If you go back and watch the clips from our previous episodes, tend to match up with the biggest colleges' colors of their city. So, fun little one if you're listening this far.
It is. That's a good Easter egg, and I really wanted somebody else to figure that one out, but
Yeah.
I like that you dropped it in. It's good. It's good, man. All right. Well, to get back to nightlife, though. So yeah, you got these universities. I'm guessing that's why there's the flow of the younger, wilder bars in PB. And then you have Little Italy, which is like more of your classier dinner area, and then like flows into drinks, but it's not like your clubs kind of scene.
Yeah, I would say that there's a lot of different districts that have a lot of different niche vibes. So you're gonna find whatever nightlife that you really want, uh, depending on what your group's flow is. I even saw things like tiki bars at some point. Right? Obviously, you got little dive bars. You got breweries that run into the late night. You got nightclubs that we were talking about in the Gaslamp. It's diverse. There's options.
Well, I wanted to give some different kind of clubs shout outs just for, hey, like we want you guys to listen to this podcast and be able to plan your bachelor party or get ideas of like what your group wants and does this city have it. So, Omnia Nightclub San Diego. This is like a Vegas club.
Oh yeah.
You got Prac, which is Prac Nightclub, which is like an EDM club.
Oh, Park. Is that what you're talking about? P-A-R-K? P-A-R-Q?
Q, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Okay.
How did you pronounce it? Prac?
Park?
Park? Okay. Did I say Prac? No, whatever. I'm going to keep saying Prac.
I like it.
You got your Oxford Social Club, which
Yep.
is like an upscale club kind of thing. You want to dress nice to impress here. Then you got like an Altitude Sky Lounge, which is like a nice club rooftop, which I get horny for. I love a rooftop.
This guy loves his
But
rooftops.
yeah, but those are just kind of like different ideas. It's like, so lot to offer. San Diego, like their nightlife, it does give you a little bit of everything. Just a reminder again, going from like one area to the next, it's not going to be like walkable. So like you're getting Ubers, and this can add up. This is not a cheaper city. So just a reminder out there too.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good mention. You got to keep that in mind. I feel like generally we speak about that. The bigger the city, the more expensive it's going to be. That's a good gauge. But yeah, here, maybe it might not seem like an overly expensive city, but be careful because it will definitely add up. It will add up. Um,
Yeah.
I will say though, casinos, right? Another pretty good way to get rid of your money quick. Uh,
Or get it all back. It's not going to be expensive if you're making money, baby.
yeah. Well, hey, it depends which way you want to look at it. If you don't want to give up or what the minor meme, but there isn't any really within the city limits. There are some about 30, 45 minutes away, all on tribal land. So if that's something you really want to do, it's reasonable, but it's not super accessible.
Yeah, 30 to 45 minutes. Yep. So, and then strip clubs also exist in San Diego. Nothing crazy here. It's not like something they're known for or something that like they're boasting about all the time. It's standard city strip clubs, big city strip clubs, and you're
Yeah,
not getting like level of Vegas, but you're getting San Diego strip clubs. Like,
that feels like a saying. I don't know why, but I feel like you just made that a saying. So let's roll with it. I like it.
Sandy strip clubs.
I did want to bring up one nighttime activity here that's a little
That's
bit
how
unique.
crabs are formed.
Oh God. Oh,
Sandy strip clubs.
just gonna let that one simmer for a second.
All right.
Really trying to just figure out a segue into the next point I was trying to make, but I don't know how we get there.
Oh, you just go segue and then just keep going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off. So this is a little bit more of a unique nightlife one. The Whaley House. So, man, when did we talk about the haunted cities? I think San Diego was mentioned on that list potentially.
Yeah. Months
It
ago.
has, yeah, it had to have been episodes ago, probably around Halloween time. So anyway, right, San Diego has potential to be a haunted city on that list. But the one famous place is the Whaley House. So rumored to be one of America's most haunted houses. Um, by Yankee Jim Robinson, if you know who that is, and his family. They
No.
all had died inside this house. So I heard that might be a fun spot to go to. Uh, I always think of those as potentially fun, like transition from day into nighttime activities to get the guys going, get them a little riled up, a little wired, and then relax, go out, have some drinks.
Yeah, it could be fun. I think it's the right group. You got to be in the right mindset and got to get like behind it, right? So, we've said this how many times on this episode, on this podcast. It's so much about the people you're with for all of this. As great as these cities and have so much to offer, no matter what city you're in, it's about the people you're with. There's a reason it's your bachelor party and the people you're with. So, never be the guy. Everybody's got a weirder friend. If he invites you on his bachelor party and he wants to do a Halloween kind of a scary, whatever tour, if he wants to do a murder mystery party, if he wants to do anything, be a good sport, man. Just have fun. Like you can let yourself have fun, and it's not your party. So that's like a big thing. Like the groom wants this, and then it's his party. Like then just suck it up and do it.
Yeah, just embrace it. Like if you guys are friends, you know what? Like have fun, and that
Yeah.
shouldn't be a problem, right? This is their bachelor party. Uh, that's the spirit of it. You're celebrating them, their last hurrah before for marriage. So, if you're not supporting them, why are you even there?
Yeah. Unless you're on the flip end and you're like, if I walk in there, I'm gonna piss myself. Like, yeah, don't ruin it for everybody, Like, then you don't participate, maybe, and you wait for them on the other side. But it's like, maybe maybe that's on the flip side.
There's ways to handle it, and I think that's
Yeah,
what we're trying to say is, don't bring everyone else down when it's not your bachelor party.
yeah. And well, just to bring up some weird stuff like that. Now you mentioned a scary haunted house, and we're telling people to go to. San Diego also has Comic Con.
That's right.
I could see myself having fun there, and I'll just be laughing the whole time, I think. But, like, I could see how a group might not like that. I could also see a group going for a bachelor party, and then the city has Comic Con going on, and you're like, what the hell's going on? Like, it's a, this, not, yeah, everything shoots up in price.
If you're not going for Comic-Con, I would say probably try to avoid it.
I would
I
say the
saw
price would
some,
bring you away regardless. Like, you'd be like,
yeah,
what the hell? Why is this so much more? You saw what?
I saw as much as like 4 times the normal price for a lot of things. So
And it's already up there. Like, Jesus
yeah,
Christ. Woof. But, I mean, this is Comic Con. This is one of the greatest festivals, biggest, largest crowds ever that come in. That gets a huge part of that 32.5 million visitors a year. So that's there. They also have another festival, the CRSSD Festival, which is a house and EDM big music festival, like just, your electronics.
we're talking about U.S. currency. Now we're talking about computer hardware. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, CRSSD. I feel like I'm doing some software programming. Or is that like the electronic music? CRSSD.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it has something to do with that. As a non-EDM listener, I have zero credibility in
Nah,
saying that, but
it
I'm gonna
definitely
choose
stands
to
for
believe
something.
that.
Well, then, just to finish off festivals before you keep going with your nightlife there, just to say they have beach and food festivals year round. Again,
Mhm.
weather is perfect year round, so why not have beach and food festivals year round as well? So there's kind of always something going on somewhere in San Diego. Um, I would just kind of look out for that Comic Con. If you're not going for Comic Con, then watch out for it. And this EDM one, if you're not going for it, watch out for it. But the beach and food festivals, that's a go.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had a couple of festivals too. I'll just throw in here while we're talking it. Um, the opening day at Del Mar. It's a horse racing event.
Okay.
It's where the turf meets the surf. But this is a massive drinking and betting high end like suits kind of event. So that could be
Hmm.
fun. I could see. I also wouldn't be surprised if it jacks up the prices a little bit too.
Sure.
Um, and then I just wanted to mention, right? You're talking. They have a lot of these different things, but the proximity that they are to Tijuana to Mexico, things like Cinco de Mayo, Dia de los Muertos are also really huge in San Diego. So if that's something that you think might be fun, I'm sure you could find a lot of different events if you're going near those times of the year.
What was the second one you said there?
Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead.
Oh, that's the Coco movie. Yeah. All right. I'm there.
I don't know that one, but I'm guessing that's what it's about.
Yeah, yeah. It's the Day of the Dead.
But yeah, no, I mean that's some options there. I didn't really have too much else on the nightlife, so
Okay.
I have a few. Something else you want to jump over to? I'm
No,
game.
kind of. No, it kind of really. There wasn't all that much uniqueness about. I mean, again, it has breweries, it has beaches, it has nightlife and casinos, it has a ton of daytime stuff. It has this Mexican vibe and culture to it, and it's got the Padres. It's got different festivals. It's not so unique, but it doesn't like lack things. It has like what larger cities have, but it doesn't have anything that's like this is what we stand on. Do you agree with that?
Yes and no. Um,
Okay.
I think that they do have a lot of like very unique aspects, but I'll concede to your point that I don't think there's anything here that's necessarily unique only to San Diego. I will give
Mm.
you that, but I think the diversity in climates is a really, really unique aspect where you could be at the beach and into the mountains. This is something I wanted to bring up earlier, but kind of forgot. The was it California Highway 1 goes right along the coastline, and I've driven through there through San Diego and all the way up. Well, not all the way up, but to Los Angeles, and that is just like some of the most beautiful scenery. You got you got the ocean, Pacific Ocean on one side, and then you got a mountain within, you know, view on the right
Mm.
side. It's like I think that's just really cool. So you have a lot of diversity in that. Um, you're super close to Mexico, so you have this cool, really, Mexican influence in the culture and that sort of stuff. Um, the IPAs, that might be, you know what? That's probably what it is. That's
That's
probably
cool. That's a
what they're
good
standing
uniqueness.
on.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, maybe like the military influence. Top Gun. How do we forget to mention Top Gun?
Is
That's
that San
also
Diego?
based. I think it's based out of there because
Mm.
I did write it down and I forgot to mention it before. Man, I'm dropping the ball. Um, the Kansas City barbecue is actually where they do the Great Balls of Fire scene in the movie. That's the bar. So
It's called
if you're a
Kansas
big
City.
fan, it's called Kansas City barbecue. Yeah.
Well, that's confusing as hell. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like we mentioned other cities and ton of movies this episode. I like it.
Uh yeah. So I get it. I don't think there's any one thing that says you have to come here for a bachelor party, bachelorette party. I think it has a lot
But
of strong
there's
points though.
yeah, so many strong. Like I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying it's not like there. Yeah, like I think you said it perfectly. There's nothing here you can't find in another city, but there's multiple things like that that brings this city to be its own city. And I mean, the nightlife is like I saw so many comparisons of like the balance of nightlife with chaos and like normality of the city where it's like and like the expense too like you're paying for it, but I was like comparing it and the comparisons were to Nashville to Vegas to Miami, so I mean it's up there in one of these top cities to go to and it's being compared to these top ones. That says a lot.
Yeah.
um Beach and chaos, I mean that's it's hard to beat anywhere, really. And year-round weather. I mean, this is just talking you and me here, but I mean, it's kind of just my breakdown too. I didn't do a scoring going into this because I wanted to hear everything and then take everything from this episode and make a score. But that was kind of my breakdown of it. The cost really is my downfall for it,
Yeah. Um,
and it's bringing it down not crazy though.
I'm right there with you. I think we're gonna agree a little bit more than than we did on the last episode on this one, just
Okay,
based on
I
what we're
hope
talking
so.
here. Yeah, I think you hit on all the pros that I had. One thing I want to mention, maybe the best weather in the continental U.S. Have to stipulate that now that we have talked about Hawaii. But might be hard to beat the weather here.
Dude, 65 to 75 year round? Like,
Yeah.
get real. Come on. Like, that is just a beaut.
Hard to beat that, that's for sure.
Mexican food, seafood, craft beer, capital, energy, golf courses that are beautiful, beaches, 70 miles of beaches, pool parties, boats, casinos, clubs, nightlife,
It's good stuff.
Tijuana, Mexico. Like, this is all, it's very cool. It's a very cool city.
It
And
is.
I'm going to be an amateur rating, but I think it's fair. I'm locking in 9.0.
Ooh, all right. Hey, you put the point zero so that it's not amateur anymore.
9.00 actually.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So I am above amateurs. I'm the president of amateurs.
Yeah, man, I am. I'm right there with you. I went with there with an 8.8. So
Okay.
real close, real close. I think the big thing that brought me down is the expensiveness, and then I forgot to mention it before, but they call 'em- I think they call them the zonies. So Arizona people a lot of times during the summertime will flock to San Diego, and it kind
Hmm.
of helps to bump up that cost, but also just like the touristy just level of people there. So that brought it down a little bit because depending on the time of year you're going, and then also the homelessness. So I think that this is
Hmm.
again maybe more of a California general problem, but San Diego has a pretty significant level of homelessness. Um, it, it it's a sad thing, and nothing against them, but it's not really the most enjoyable thing to do on a bachelor party. So probably the only two small factors that brought it down a tiny bit more than yours, but still really high up there. 8.8, I think, is a really, really good score.
For having a bunch of homeless too and staying below the national average for safety is great. I don't
Yeah.
know about you. I like seeing people like if I'm thinking of a bachelor trip, I want to be like if it's always great. You're with the boys or whatever, your girls, when you're going out to a club or like to a bar, like it's great. You get to talk, drinks, and you get to like share some stuff, but I need people. Like I need some like I feed off people's energy and like so I need those bars. So like I don't care if there's tourists, I don't care if there's locals, like military, like I want kind of all these different people because then you're like, you're kind of people watching, you're interacting, you're talking to all these different people and it's kind of this big like I don't know, makes it more memories in my book. So I don't see that Arizona thing as a problem. Price is a problem and the homeless it's like
Absolutely, yeah.
okay, I'm still safe. Like I don't know. So I'm sticking with my 9.0. I like it. 8.8, yeah, really not far off there. I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah. I it's almost like a sleeper pick. I feel like you don't think of San Diego as a great bachelor party destination. I guess one thing else I will mention, and it was a factor, but I think that its strengths kind of overruled it, was just the proximity to other potential great locations, right? You're not that far from Las Vegas. You're not that far from like Scottsdale, Arizona, not that far from LA. So if you're coming from the eastern side of the country, I feel like those three probably might overshadow San Diego. But that's what we're here to try to disprove or debunk is like, you know what? Maybe we got to take those out of the conversation and think about San Diego as the better option potentially.
That might be also be the beauty of it too, where you have Mexico and all that stuff where it's like, oh, so it's not everybody's going there. Like everybody goes to Miami. Now it's like, oh, we got multiple options and there's still people going here, but there's not every single person and their mother going.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, dude, I think this is a great city, and I'm locking it in 9.0 and 8.8. Good city, good episode. Where do we talk about next?
Let us know. It's gonna be hard to follow that. I feel like we've had two pretty awesome locations. Reminder: my score doesn't reflect what I think about the location. I think the last two locations we talked to are absolutely awesome. So give us another one. Give us another awesome location to talk about next. If you have a story, make sure to let us know, and we'll feature your story, your testimony on the podcast here.
Dude, tis the season. It is Bachelor season too. So if you're going on any or have any coming planned up, tis the season, man. We want to hear about it. We want to hear what you're planning, anything. So let us know, guys. It's been our pleasure, and we'll catch you on the next episode, baby.
Thank you, guys. See you later.
It's the last hurrah before the big day. Stories run wild in the craziest way. From Vegas nights to the beach town vibes. We're laughing or party, you're in for a ride. Oh, 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 oh. It's the last hurrah before the big day. way. From Vegas nights to beach town vibes, we're mapping your party, you're in for a